it's still about one thing, and that's winning.
Winning.
Yeah.
No matter what.
The state of the game right now, and you mentioned a little bit about the 40% decline in viewership.
Right.
Where is it going? And that's number one. And number two, how do we get it back?
Even for me, I love the NBA game, but then I turn on to a game, right? And then the stars are not playing because of Lowe's management. It's hurting the game. And I was with Michael Jordan, not last summer, summer before last. We ran into each other in Europe. And he says, Irvin, I don't know why these guys, because if you look at his record, he almost played every game like 5 or 6 times throughout his career. He didn't miss one game. He played in every game. We wanted to play in every game.
Yeah, I mean, that's because back in the day, it's like they had something to prove, right? They didn't have guaranteed contracts. They weren't making 12, 15, 20 million a year on average, right? That's like the average NBA salary. Not to mention if you're a superstar, you're making 40, 50 million a year, fully guaranteed. You know, and I think Jordan played 82 games 8 or 9 times in his career. So, I mean, you know, that just goes to show, man. I mean, it's not like Jordan wasn't sore during a lot of these games. I mean, if you watch Jordan tape, he's putting in a lot of work during these games on the defensive side and on the offensive side. So I can imagine there were times where he must have been sore or he had lingering injuries, but he still played those games. But you see it more often than not today. You got players who are sitting out with a sore ankle or a sore hamstring or a sore groin. It's like, bro, just kind of a big FU to the fans. You know, you got the best trainers in the world. And, you know, I feel like they used to be able to manage that while playing the game. But it's like now it's like they're trying to preserve every little ailment that they have. And, you know, they just don't, you know, play with like, you know, they play like they have guaranteed contracts. Like they're going to get their money regardless. And whether it's a sore pinky or a sore pinky toe, you know, they just going to sit out because they know they're going to get paid regardless. So I feel like that wasn't the case back in the day, man. It's like that pride in the game just don't feel like it's there. And that's why I don't go to NBA games anymore. I feel like I'm going to pay $400, $500 to go to an NBA game and the starters aren't going to play. And sure, it might be some good basketball, but it's like, that's not who you paid to go see. So it's like
Pat Riley or our trainer, Gary Beatty, had to make sure that they said, no. B, don't put on your uniform. Don't come sit on that bench because you want to play because you want to play for your guys and with your guys. He made me wear a T-shirt and stuff.
You wouldn't let him put his uniform on when he couldn't play.
Especially if you're the best player on your team, you should want to play through those swords, through those injuries.
Like, no. You can put the sweats on.
Those minor injuries.
But you gonna have a shirt, no trunks and all that because we don't want you ripping them off going in the game. Because that's what he would do.
Because if I thought we were going to lose, shoot, I'm getting in there. And so it's a difference now, right? And fans see it, and fans are reacting to low management. They don't get to see their stars. One game I tuned into just a couple weeks ago, both stars were out on both teams. That made the game ragged. See, so
on both
they
teams,
have got
bro?
to do something about this low management, and then they've got to do something with this All-Star weekend.
If you're a paying customer and you go to, let's say a Lakers and San Antonio Spurs game, Luka Doncic and LeBron both sitting out with sore, nothing. Like, they're not even hurt. Like, you just see the report that they have a sore calf. And LeBron, he's had a sore groin. And then you got Wemby who's out, with, a sore foot or something like that. You're going to be like, bro, what the hell? You got the feeling that back in the day, players actually wanted to play, not only for their team, but for the fans. Like, they had something to prove, and you just don't get that feeling anymore, bro. Magic is preaching, man. It's coming from Magic of all people, bro. Magic is one of the nicest NBA media personalities, bro. He don't usually be airing out the NBA like this.
About that. This is the first time in history. Now, I've been associated with this league 46 years.
All-Star game.
I didn't watch the entire weekend.
Wow.
I didn't didn't watch because
I didn't watch that either.
You're not going to give you don't have to give 100%, but you got to give 80. You got to give 75. Make it a game and make it competitive. And when guys stop doing that and participating, Michael Jordan was in the slam dunk contest.
Yeah.
Thank
Dr. J,
you.
Dominique Wilkins, Clyde Drexler.
Bird three-pointers.
Yes. Every guy participated. Kobe even participated.
Kobe was in the dunk contest. Ray Allen was in the dunk contest. Many of y'all young folks don't know Ray Allen, known for his three-point shooting, participated in the dunk contest, bro. It used to be just this fun event where you went to go put on for the fans and show off your athletic ability. But now it seems like, I think social media probably has a lot to do with it. But a lot of these players, they're afraid of getting embarrassed. They're afraid of, being trending on, social media and people, making them the butt of a joke. But that goes back to having that mentality of just almost not caring about, those critics. You got to go out and give it your all, and fans are going to respect you. We haven't seen LeBron James in the dunk contest once, bro. That is crazy, bro.
Every guy participated. And so now it made everybody tune in. And then made players want to watch too.
Yeah.
Or come to the All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
And then when the last time Byron and I hooked up, I remember Jeffrey Osborne performed, and B was up there woo-wooing. Woo-woo.
In Seattle, yeah.
Because that was the first time 4 guys, all 4 of us made the All-Star team. So it was just great to see people participate. Now, I don't want to be in the slam dunk. I don't want to be at the All-Star weekend.
Yeah,
guys,
man.
They don't.
The game itself is a problem, right? We all know the All-Star game, they don't play hard on defense. They let each other, chuck up threes, score 200 plus points. But, one of the other issues is we don't have the stars participating in the main events. And if you lived and you just grew up and you just, saw how the All-Star game used to be, like, it's so effing sad, bro, just what it's devolved to. I think this is even part of a wider conversation of not just the NBA, but just of, pop culture in general. What we're seeing is just this lowering of standards, across, all forms of media, sports, entertainment. The money's gone up. So, people are saying, hey, I'm still getting paid. We're still getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. The NBA just signed a $70 billion, TV deal, which is crazy because their viewership is 40% down year over year, which the NFL isn't having this problem. The MLB isn't having this problem. NHL isn't having this problem. So you can't put it on the streaming networks, right? So particular NBA problem. And it just seems like if you've watched the evolution of the game, particularly the NBA, over the last 10 to 15 years, and, you've kind of coincided that with what's been going on with the world around you, everything starts to kind of make sense. You start to see, we're seeing in the NBA is essentially a microcosm of what's going on all around us. And I really want to be able to put my thoughts together better on this, but I really have this theory that, like, what we're seeing in sports, what we're seeing in music and entertainment, what we're seeing is this lowering of quality, right? This lowering of, like, things in a way are getting worse. But if you just look around you, like, music has gotten worse, right? Sports has gotten worse. When I say worse, I mean in the aspect of the purity of the game, the purity of the music, right? The essence of what it actually is, right? With this advent of, you got gambling companies coming into sports and really just kind of tarnishing the integrity of all the sports leagues, keeping it in pop culture and pivoting to, like, music and media and entertainment, for example. You have this same kind of lowering of quality of the actual essence of the art itself, whether it's, hip hop music, whether it's art, whether it's, acting, whether it's cinema. Like, we just don't have the same quality of things that I feel like we used to. And I'm struggling with a way to actually measure that. But I feel like the mindset of the current NBA players, the current NBA that we see, this kind of entitled, everything is all good, everything is exactly like how it used to be, and they don't think we can see with our eyes that things aren't how they used to be. Things aren't of the same quality as they used to be when we watch an NBA game, when we listen to the latest charting song on the charts or whatever, right? We're like, what the hell is this? Like, this isn't the same quality as a Michael Jackson or a Whitney Houston or Luther Vandross or whatever you want to compare it to, right? Comparing the current NBA players to the players of the 2000s and the 90s, right? I feel like the eye test is really the best way to measure what it is you're seeing and what you're listening to. But you know what your thoughts are, right? I feel like I don't want to go on too much of a schizo rant, but I feel like I'm onto something with, you know, this kind of degradation and this kind of lowering of standards and this lowering of the quality of what we see in pop culture, which includes sports, media, entertainment, you know, everything kind of related and it's kind of intertwined in a way. Let me know if I'm just crazy or if I'm just connecting things that have no connection at all. But I know for a fact, when I look at everything around me, and I ain't that old, but when I look at everything around me, I'm like, bro, we are really living in the downfall of society right now, bro. Everything is going to crap. I'm telling y'all, I believe it. I see it with my eyes. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm gonna be able to explain it soon, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. One love. Peace.